Hey guys, and welcome back to Fault Milestone One. I was about to say Sano Utah, since I'm so used to saying that. Um, since this visual novel requires so much talking, I'm gonna go over my thoughts of the last episode at the beginning of every first episode. Sounds good? I guess. Um, so last time we were kind of introduced to the magic system in the game, which is mana. They had a four elemental thing for special mages with a with a unique, and some people had the unique element which were for like royalty, I guess. And it talked about I already forgot the country's name, but it was a pacifist country, and when we started, it was under invasion. We don't know why it was under invasion or who the invaders was, but you know the I think her name was Coco, came from a poor family, so maybe it was like rich against poor. But yeah, we'll have to read more to find out what that was about. And we were introduced to kind of four characters. We had Coco, who was part of the invaders, who was a fire mage, or what's it called in this game? Crafters with a V. So she was a fire crafter. We met Ritona, who was part of the princess's guard, or a retainer, and she was we don't know what she was, but she was a really talented sword fighter using a special material that looks like glass, but it's incredibly sharp but hard to handle. If I had to guess what kind of crafter she was, because they said she can use two elements, I guess maybe wind because of how fast she was, and then earth to craft. I think that was what the to craft this or forge this or swords. I think that's the element you needed to forge stuff. We met Coco's partner, Mary Shell. We don't actually know what she does yet. And we kind of met Sophie, but not really. She just like popped out at the end, and then Ritona used some sort of skill to teleport them away. Maybe air. Maybe she just used a bunch of air to like pop them away. I'm not sure, but it was a pretty good introduction. Very high paced and actiony, which I enjoy. And I'm excited to see what else happens. So let's just continue. Eek. Hmm. Where is this place? What the? A forest? This isn't the rendezvous point. I, I can't believe it. We actually got out of there. Where are we? They're lost. Maybe it didn't go perfectly as it looked. Because it looked pretty cool. Hey, Ritona, what happened back there? Where are we? What about the castle? Everyone? I don't know. Our Comcraft mana line was cut the same time the attack began, so I haven't been able to contact the rear line soldiers since. But since they got into the castle, that means... Yes, that having been the last stage of the attack likely means the townspeople and the soldiers might all be done for now. Oh no! Still, this doesn't make sense. They weren't aiming for King Valha, but specifically for Princess Selphine? They attacked us when my father was out. I can't believe this happened. They targeted Princess Selphine right during the king's absence. That's right. The fact that the king's not around is a highly guarded secret. Not even the common citizen should know he's out. They were aiming for Princess Selphine. Does that mean... No, Teen Vala's already... What do we do? The Comcraft line's been cut. We need to find a way to get in contact with my father. No. What proof is there that it really happened? This is just me overthinking things. There's just there's just far too many unknowns from the conversation earlier. The only thing I'm certain of from that was their intent to assassinate Selphine. Is it so wrong to take a life if it means protecting someone important to you? What could she have meant by that? Trying to lower my guard? No, she didn't seem like she was lying. And there's that other girl, Mary Shell. She's definitely a crafter on a whole other level. That artisan Toto as well. So Toto's an artisan? Maybe because she creates those magic circles? Okay, yeah. That pentagram-shaped mana synergy. She was alone, so her bless took longer to execute, allowing me to respond quickly enough. But if it were the two of them working together to attack, then... In any case, I've got more pressing issues to think about now. Hey, Ritona. What should we do now? Please calm down, Princess Selphine. For now, we need to get ourselves together. Find out just where we are. Huh? What are you saying? You used your mana craft to bring us here, right? What do you mean we need to find out where we are? Ritona, please. Tell me what's going on. Just what's happening. Me. Huh? Ritona? Forgive me. Huh? Why are you apologizing, Ritona? There's no need to... Forgive me, my lady! Despite the situation being as it was, I rushed into using our last resort of escape. Please forgive me. What? Selphine's mind went blank from Ritona's sudden barrage of apologies. Ritona had the respect of many for being incredibly capable and talented, and always kept her cool. Ever since they were children, she was the person Selphine looked up to most, next to her parents. This was the very first time in her life seeing Ritona losing her composure to this extent. Ritona. Ah! She mustn't let the princess feel uncertain. That much she knew, but the girl of glass couldn't so much as raise her head. Still in shock, Selphine pulls Ritona up, and the very same realization finally dawns upon the two girls, that this was the end of their peaceful lives, and the beginning of a harsh journey. Oh no. I was so close to the intro and I cut it off early last video. Whoops. Nice. Also, I haven't commented on the art and stuff. I have to say I really enjoy it. It looks good. This definitely has a reasonable budget. I want to say compared to Say no Yuta, but Say no Yuta's like over. When did that come out? 2006, I think, or 2004. So at least like 12 years, 13 years plus. The stray effect. Oh, this is Saya and the tactician, I think. Yeah, it's a bizarre phenomenon that suddenly moves people, animals, or things to some faraway place. You've never heard of it? Like stories of other people suddenly becoming stranded? After calculating how long it took to rescue them later on, they ended up in a place too far away to reach on foot in that amount of time. But this is a phenomenon, the kind that sounds like the stuff of rumors and superstition. It doesn't look like something they could intentionally cause. See, lately there have been some discoveries about that. Basically, there's a theory that says it works similar to how Comcraft works. See, Comcraft works by having a mana line and synchronization between two people. They turn what they want to communicate, words, feelings, into a certain mana wavelength and send it through, right? So just imagine when that stuff's turned into mana and sent, except with an actual physical thing. Just how is that? Damn it, do I have to explain all that too? To put it in another way, it depends on how you convert something into mana and how you synchronize with the receiver. If you do it right, sending things or beings isn't exactly out of the question. Or something like that. Are you still with me, Coco? That's ridiculous. There's no way that could possibly be true. And just what makes you so sure? Are you serious? Because that's well and beyond what any human could possibly accomplish. Yeah, and I'm asking just what makes you think that. So what? Do you mean to say that with just the use of Manacraft, a single person could deconstruct two whole people down to the mana particle levels, send themselves to some faraway place, and then reconstruct themselves without any single flaw whatsoever? Bingo! So you do get it. Are you crazy? What? Gasp. And on just what planet do you think a person who could use magic like that exists? Stop trying to make a fool of people. Like I said, I'm asking you what makes that all seem like some crazy fantasy magic. Okay, fine. So let's assume that a single person could perfectly, instantly turn two people into mana. You'd have to be some crazy superhuman to handle that much mana and move it while keeping it stable. That's not my point. Look, just think about it for a second. Besides, you think you can find a mana line? One that can handle all that? And why don't you just try? Oh, well, alright. It's not the kind of mana line that you connect between two people. Coco, will you just calm the heck down? You're making a whole lot of amateur assumptions here. Oh, get off my back. You're always explaining everything so roundabout. Just get to the point, why don't you? Coco. Yes? You need to relax. Just calm down. I don't know why, but the Mary show just reminds me of Delanor Anox from Moving Echo. Trains in the morning. Yeah, she reminds me of Delana from Minato, which is a good thing. Adorable. Yeah, that's right. Calm down. Down. Oh, sorry. Now, before you try to deny everything I say, why don't you look at the facts? Regardless of what your common sense dictates, the two of them really did disappear from here. Cyan. Yes? Enemy. Use glass. Bend light. Glass? You say? Yeah, that's right. That selfie girl was actually there the entire time. She was right in front of me, but I didn't see her at all. That's freaking cheating. Maybe. Possible they're nearby. Hiding? Some kind of optical camouflage. Using refracted light, eh? Didn't even know you could do that. I've never heard any technology like that, but I'm certain they're not hiding anywhere near here. Ever since you reported that selfie disappeared, I've been scanning the whole area, but I haven't detected any movement since. They must have escaped using some kind of craft that we don't know anything about. I see. Gotta hand it to Rosenhide. He made sure to seal him in tight before striking, and our target, the princess, still manages to escape. But... New character. What? Oh, jeez. Are you still talking about that? Miss Maleno. This is a boss lady. Red eyes, very spooky. You know they're trouble. Hey, Amiri, everyone. I don't know what the Stridley line's supposed to mean. Is that like an emphasis on the last syllable? I think it is, but I don't know if that's actually a thing. Looks like you're just about wrapping up things here. Not nice. Eavesdrop, sis. Oh? Well, sorry about that, but you know, I've been up here this whole time, and not one of you noticed me. That's not nice either. Please forgive us. Well, it's not nice that you were watching us either. You could have called out to us or something. But then you know I was there. I mean, eavesdropping is like listening in when no one knows you're there, and you're seeing if people start talking bad about you, right? So she does admit eavesdropping. But what do I get? No one notices me. No one How do I... Oh, wow, it actually goes right to the scene. But what do I get? No one notices me. No one talks bad about me. And whatever you're talking about is boring. So I just decided to end it before it got any worse. Worse. We would never badmouth you. Anyway, to sum it all up, the Princess of Rosenhide and her bodyguard managed to escape right under your noses. Is that right? Poor Coco. What's this? Coco, are you shaking? I'm so sorry, Miss Milano. I had them trapped, but they did something completely unexpected. Ah, you're so cute. It's like, that's it. You're like an adorable little pet. Yeah, a cute little pet. Just like a furry little hamster. How lovely. Yes, about that. We were discussing about just what went wrong. Yep. When you made a mistake, you need to figure out why. Right, Coco? Yes, you're right. Oh my. Coco, your face is just deathly pale. Sis. Excuse me. I think that's enough. You're right. She looks kind of sad now, all curled up. Coco, raise your head. Yes, ma'am. I know you're strong, but you're only human. You can make mistakes. Am I wrong? Well, Don't worry. No need to be so afraid. Please, for... Really though, being able to recreate the stray effect using Manacraft, eh? Well, it's hard to believe it myself, but I'm sure your explanation is right. For the most part, at least. Words cannot express my gratitude. Now, Coco, look up at me in the eyes. I want you to answer one question for me. Yes, ma'am. There aren't any idiots among my subordinates, right? Eh? Everyone makes mistakes. We can't help it. Humans are just humans after all. Now, Coco, an idiot is someone who makes a mistake, just like everyone else, but learns absolutely nothing from it. Worthless garbage. Now answer me, Coco. You are an idiot? Yes or no? No, next time, I swear, I'll... Even a rat can reflect on its mistakes. I won't fail you. Next time, I'll definitely... You'd better improve as if your life depended on it, because there are no idiots in my subordinates. Understand? Wow, that was intense. Jesus. So she's like a playful... she acts playful, but she can be really harsh. I guess. What are we at? 22 minutes? We can go on for a bit. Since I just woke up, I'm feeling energized. So yeah, we got maybe an information dump, but it's like uncertain. Also, I like how the screen shakes while you move your mouse. It's nice. Nice effects. High quality novel. The mainstream covers the world in a net like... Oh, the mana stream covers the world in a net like weave, and its ebb and flow are completely changing. Is that a real word? I like to Google words I don't understand. 1 second. Ebb. Or is this just fake? The flowing back of a tide as the water returns to the sea, opposed to flow. So it's like backwards flow? It's not a real word, I think. Or maybe it is. The reflux of the tide towards the sea. There you go. However, there are also parts of which are fairly unstable. Did I miss something? No, we did not. However, there are also parts of it which are fairly stable. In these gentler streams, artificial mana can be applied to reinforce its flow. The technology we used draws on the stray effect, allowing us to travel through these fixed mana streams. It's called long-distance travel craft. Okay, so they're just confirming it, kind of. Maybe giving us specific on how it's actually done. A stable mana line in fairly good condition that could support enough particles worth for both me and Selphine. It took nearly a year just looking for a line that was both stable and usable. We spent another year breaking in the mana line so that I could send my mana through it. And then yet another year to be able to send one more person's worth of mana through the line. It was the first long-term project that I'd undertaken since becoming Princess Selphie's formal guardian. The mana line was supposed to connect to an emergency shelter in Faster constructed with the cooperation of both countries, but for some reason or another, the line's destination seems to have been off. Still, now that I think about it, the fact that we managed to get off with just this much of our saving grace from today's disastrous events, the mana line easily could have diverted further into the sea. If that were to happen, we'd probably be drowning to death by now. Ritona, just how many craft do you know that I don't? Excuse me? It's just... we've always been together. But I've never seen you use something like this even once. Selphine's expression clouds over. I can't really blame her. She's seen an entirely new mana craft being used by someone you thought you knew inside and out. This mana craft is still in the middle of development. To my knowledge, it's never even been used once. I suppose it seems I'm just making excuses for myself now, but this isn't mana craft that should be used outside of circumstances like this. How come? This mana craft is unilateral. Or unilateral. I think unilateral. Huh? I don't know. Doodle? Unilateral.
Unilateral.
Unilateral. I don't know. It was neither. Of action or decision performed by or affecting only one person, group, or country involved a particular situation, without the agreement of another or the others. Okay. Unilateral.
Unilateral.
Unilateral. Got it. Unilateral. It works only one way. Therefore, we can't go back through the same mana line that we used to get here. So that means... yes. From here on, we walk. Finally, we've got a fire going. Just what is it with this place? The concentration of mana is abnormally low. Is it low? No, that's not quite right. It's like my senses have been dulled. I can't even perceive the mana stream around us. It's fine. I'm sure it is. As long as Princess Selphine survives. As long as the path down is preserved, and the country can be rebuilt again. I have to believe that for now. Damn it! The stray effect. I was prepared for something to have happened, but I didn't expect the craft to be this unstable. Well, no point in brooding about it now. Let's wash the blood off these tattered clothes. And get some rest. She seems pretty nervous. Understandably, of course. What's the time looking like? Almost 30 minutes. I think that's fine. 30-minute episodes for this series seems fine, and I can actually talk about what happened. So we got introduced to two new characters. Cyan. Well, we got an appearance to Cyan's voice, who seems kind of like a smart person, also kind of sadistic and playful, but not as much as their boss. I already forgot her name. I'm so bad with names. I need a bit more time to remember their names. But I'll get it eventually. Who I already talked about. And we got some explanation. So basically, there's a bunch of mana streams around the world, and they found a big enough one to to transport each other through it, but I guess they somehow like broke apart from it and didn't reach their destination because it was unstable. Actually, I guess not much happened this episode except for the introduction of some new characters. But I guess next episode we'll start our journey with Ratona and Selphine back to. Well, I don't know if they're going back to the country. I guess it seemed pretty silly because they just get captured. Maybe to find Selphine's father, since I guess he was out with an RV or something. And yeah, start the recapturing. Also, the soundtrack's pretty nice. I haven't commented on it, but it's pretty good. Also, my first video got copyrighted, so this one will probably get copyrighted. I don't know how much, like, it doesn't bother me because I'm obviously not making these videos for money. You need like a couple thousand views to even make like a couple dollars, right? I'm just worried that they'll play like ads on the videos. So if anyone experiences ads, like, I don't know, don't feel free to use ad block. If it really bothers you, I can try to take the copyright strikes off. I've never done that thing before, but I can try. If it's really bothering you, feel free to do that. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. It was interesting. I guess we're learning kind of more about how the mana system works and kind of getting our main cast of characters together in picture. And next time, we'll see how it goes. Thank you guys for watching as always, and yeah, bye!